The Karazhan adventure is on the horizon, a day away, perhaps even just hours. Medivh's tower is full of magic, mystery, ghosts and wonder. Could we predict the theme, the new abilities, mechanics, cards, and even the legendaries of this adventure? Well, let's give it a try. All adventures so far have had some form of theme. Naxxramas was all about death, Blackrock Mountain, the many dragons, and League had the Discover, of course. For Karazhan, I've got two main ideas for a new mechanic. Firstly, the theme of ancient knowledge, lost power, and forgotten relics. I call it Artifact. Whilst this is in your hand, give something. So here's an example, Medivh's Spellbook. 1 mana, artifact, the first spell you cast each turn costs 1 less. This means the spell itself does nothing, but whilst you're holding it, you gain that bonus. They can be minions too, of course. Devilish Satyr, 5 mana, 4/5, artifact, your hero has spell damage +1. People wanted some cool new demons, right? And overall, I feel this theme gives a lot it can be built on, and there's so many cards it would fit.
Job's done.
For idea 2, I was going to go with the whole spooky ghost theme. I call it Haunt. Do something at the start of your next turn. It's basically a revamped Meditate from the monk class, but I feel it could really fit. So example, Phantom Lady, 2 mana, 2/2, and then Haunt, summon a 1/1 ghost. That means at the start of your next turn you'll get a ghost. It can be spells too. Echoing Blast, 3 mana, deal 1 damage to all enemy minions, and Haunt, deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. So you get a double damage, 1 this turn and again the next turn. I feel this theme can be built upon to a lot of potential. I definitely think there's gonna be a cool chess boss level. Be interesting to see what Blizzard comes up with. The Boulder level on League of Explorers was a really fun bonus. And here's an extra card I'd love to see too. Spectral Stable Hand, 4 mana, 3/3, Death Rattle, add a random weapon from your deck to your hand. So like Mad Scientist, be nice to see some weapon fetching. And I have a feeling we might get some extra tutoring for this adventure.
I come to finish my task.
Time for the legendaries. First off, the Arcane Guardian of Karazhan. This guy I definitely thought could be an artifact, and the granddaddy of them all, the Curator, 5 mana, 6/5, artifact. Your maximum hand size is now 15 cards. This goes especially well with all the other artifact cards. You can hoard and hold as many as you can, all for those bonuses, abusing to the max. Next, the dead father of Medivh himself. Mostly he spammed you with mage spells and did have a wild mass polymorph spell. He could be based around that, but how about this? Shade of Aran, 6 mana, 5/5, Battlecry, cast the last spell your opponent played last turn. You can choose a new target, so it has to have been cast exactly last turn, but you can completely cast it for free. You can get a free Arcane Intellect. Obviously the dream would be Mind Control Revenge on those pesky control priests.
I want this nightmare to be over!
On to Medivh's former servant. He's a stealthy roguelike boss who rips you to pieces with his daggers. I actually thought a previous legendary, Rek'Sai, just fit him perfectly. Moroes, 7 mana, 7/2, Battlecry, deal 5 damage to a minion. If that kills it, then gain stealth. So you wipe something off the board and hide back in stealth. Now, the Undead Dragon, the fool who thought he could defeat Medivh the Guardian in his own domain. He bombards you with fire spells and especially damage over time. But since he got incinerated from the inside out, why not let him get his revenge? Nightbane, 9 mana, 8/8, Battlecry, deal damage equal to the amount of cards in your opponent's hand. So this completely counters artifact. The more card your opponent is holding, the more damage, especially good versus control. Obviously not so much versus aggro. And now the final boss. This one's really tricky to predict. Mostly he summons infernals and casts horrific warlock-like curses on you. So how about something a bit of a mix and completely insane like this? Prince Malchazaar, 9 mana, 6/9, battlecry, cast Bane of Doom on all other minions, that includes your own. So compared to Karazhan, Nefarian, Rafam and other previous bosses, this would be a high cost board clear to swing the game around. We've had Renounced Darkness turning Warlocks into other classes, why not have other classes becoming demon infested?
Who knows what secrets hide in the dark? Lord of the burning.
Alright, overall I think having these 5 legendaries would be a nice addition to the game. Do you think any of these ideas were right? Well, time will tell. I especially like the theme of Artifact. I think it fits the theme and it brings something new to the table. Anyways, I'm probably wrong about everything, but hey, we'll see very soon.
None may challenge the brotherhood.